Good evening, Mr. Valantejus. Thank you very much for accepting our interview.
Evening, Beatrice. Thank you for inviting.
Thank you. We are very happy to have you here. It's very important to hear your voice. It's very important for the SEANERGY project. I will start with my first question, which is, in your opinion, which are the main technological barriers that stop or slow green investments of your company?
As I'm representing Association of Lithuanian Stevedoring Companies, I will talk not about association as such, but about challenges for our members, which are actually not only stevedoring companies, but also port terminal operators in Klaipėda. So as most of the ports, Klaipėda port companies experience similar challenges. We can group them roughly, let's say, into infrastructure challenge, technology choice challenge, I would say, and different regulations related to various technologies. So when talking about regulation, it means that in Lithuania, at least, private companies and big companies, not SMEs, not small companies or medium companies, which most of port operators are. So big companies, funding for those big companies is very limited. Differently from state-owned companies or small and medium enterprises. So this we see as obstacle to implement new and experimental, mostly technologies. So change in funding patterns, funding regulations would be of big help to port operators. If you talk about infrastructure, then we see it also as an obstacle, especially for electricity supply in our port, because most of electrical energy grids are saturated already, or at least connection points are without any spare capacity. So major investments by infrastructure operators, such as electricity grid operators or port authority in port area, would be of great importance to our companies. And of course, when we talk about choice between various technologies, we are, our companies are also at the crossroads, as most of technology implementers. For example, what to use for future fueling of port cargo handling equipment. Should we go for electricity? Should we go for hydrogen? Should we go for bio-LNG or something like that? So this patterns for new technology development is very uncertain yet. So I think these are most of challenges which we meet.
Thank you. Moving to my second question, what sustainable infrastructures do you have in place in your port? Are there any other good examples in the region?
If we talk about greener energy supply for shipping, for example, we have in Klaipėda LNG terminal, which is floating storage regasification unit, FSRU, and we have small scale LNG. So these technologies are considered transitional, but if we talk about bio LNG, then it could be good enough for use in the future and for lowering cargo emission, CO2 emissions. This experience in this technology can also be used later in carbon capture and storage. So we see opportunities in this, and our FSRU operator, Klaipėdos Nafta in our port, is looking further to LNG, bio-LNG, carbon capture and storage. So they would like to use their experience in future as well. They also transfer their knowledge to other terminals abroad. For example, they are already operators of 2 LNG terminals in Germany and 1 in Brazil. So they are not only using technology in Klaipėda port, but also sharing their experience to other ports as well.
Mm-hmm.
If we talk about other infrastructures, solar panels in port terminals could be mentioned. Some of them are installed on office buildings, some of them on warehouses, on checkpoints, on the rooftops of checkpoints. So these are also getting popularity between our terminal operators. There are also automated gate control systems, which also could be considered as kind of green technology, eliminating wasted time in waiting in the queue for trucks carrying containers, for example. What else could be mentioned? I could say that low voltage onshore power supply systems are necessary to be installed on all the quays, but they are not very popular. And we are looking further to install high voltage onshore power supply stations, initially to RoRo vessels, to RoPax ferry terminals, then to container terminals as well. But these are still in planning stage in our port. Also, if we talk about cargo handling equipment in terminals, most of the terminals use electrical powered ship-to-shore cranes, portal cranes. Also, there are some mobile cargo handling equipment, such as mobile cranes, or hybrid or fully electric, used in terminals as well. And electrification of container terminals at a later stage is considered too. For example, RTG, diesel electric RTG, will be replaced by or retrofitted to electric RTGs, electrically driven. So these are most of the examples.
Thank you. My third and last question. If you want to please explain to us a bit your role, your position, and if you want to cite any success story in your area of expertise.
I would say that more and more port companies and our members understand the importance of green port operations, and going further, some of them already implemented environmental and social reporting systems. Some of them provide also regular sustainability reports. So they are going not to just comply to requirements, but they are going further. They are not yet required to provide sustainability reporting, but this is their own initiative. And our port, for example, Port Authority also, I think already applied for Port Environmental Reporting System certificate and started procedures to get it. Our port has a green port concept as well developed, and I think this is the way forward, in consultation with all stakeholders, for our port to move into this sustainable future. So I think that we are in the right direction, together with other European ports as well.
I really thank you very much for your answers and your contribution.
Thank you for asking me.
Thank you.